Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Xenoblade 101 again, and I am bringing you some more E3 coverage. So, Nintendo kind of saved E3 for me. Just cutting straight to the point. Nintendo did a pretty good job of showing off some brand new games, some exclusives, and some third-party support. And that created a pretty entertaining conference, I will say that. I'm not going to say it was smack face amazing, but it was definitely pretty good, and I definitely enjoyed my time watching this. There were some times when I was out of my seat, so we'll get into that in 1 second. Nintendo's conference, though, if you pressed me at this very second, I probably would have given it a B or a B+. It was a genuinely good conference. I definitely enjoyed myself, and I think that it's got me really interested in the prospects of Nintendo for the next 2 to 3 years. Or next 2 years, probably, depending on all the games they released here. Well, now, they mostly showed off games coming out in 2017, thank God. And that a lot of these games are coming out on the Wii. Most of these are first-party games, and some of these are, like, third-party, it's kind of hard to explain, but a lot of them are first-party games, and so I'm really excited because Nintendo doesn't really make too many bad games. They've got some really interesting titles coming out soon, so I can't wait to see all those come together and make me really enticed to get a Nintendo Switch, which is actually kind of interesting because I want a Nintendo Switch even more than I did before. I had always planned on getting a Switch, but I never planned on getting it so soon. I wanted to wait till more games came out, but this E3 really got me excited about getting a Switch. I will be getting a Switch before October. Before October, I'll tell you in a second why that is. Now, getting back to the video, we're going to talk games. What did Nintendo show off when it came to their games this year? Well, they started off pretty strong with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, I think this has already been expected. It's already been shown off before, but we got a little bit into more of the story aspects. We got introduced to a new protagonist. We got introduced to his blade, I believe. An interesting world has come about here, and I'm really interested in this game. Like I said, I'm not a big Xeno fan. I mean, all these other Xeno games that have come out this year, they've always piqued my interest, but I never got along to playing a lot of them. I was going to get Xenoblade Chronicles X for the Wii U, but just never came around to doing it. Which I probably should if I want to play that game first. Or get the original Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii and see how that game stack does. As apparently this is one of the best games ever created, so I'm excited for it. Definitely, if I have it on the Switch, I'll be able to take it on to go and play it. And so I'm interested here. It comes out holiday 2017, which hopefully they maintain that release date, because a Xenoblade game, a Mario game, and all these other things coming out this year is going to be a very strong holiday season for Nintendo, and they need to make sure they keep up that momentum. So that game is coming out. They released a new trailer for Kirby, a new Kirby game. No name yet, just Kirby 2018 or something like that. So, or Kirby for Nintendo Switch, which it's Kirby, guys. I'm not really sure what I can really say there. It looks like a good game. They're combining again. You can combine the items or the abilities again to create like a water sword or fire sword or what have you. And so that's going to be an interesting aspect again. Obviously, going to be like a 4-player multiplayer mode, but you can also create more players or more people to help you, or helpers, I guess, to help you beat these levels or whatever. Kirby is Kirby, like I said. Not much to say about it. It's still in early development, because I believe that's why it doesn't have like a full name yet. But it does look good, and I'm very excited to see what comes out of this game. Hopefully there's going to be some more aspects to differentiate it from some of the 3D titles that have come out. But I'm definitely excited over Kirby. Man, my brother loved Kirby. We'll be playing it. And yeah. Moving on, they brought us a new Yoshi game, which, alright, Yoshi's Woolly World was alright. I'm not gonna mind it. It does not seem like it's a Woolly World title. It just seems like a mainstream Yoshi game. I guess Woolly World soared a pretty good number of units. That's why they decided to create a new one. Sure, I'd play it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna, may not get it day one, but maybe get it like on sale or something like that. I'll definitely play it. Yoshi games are good, so why not? They also released some new Fire Emblem Warriors. Fire Emblem Warriors is just pretty much Dynasty Warriors mixed with Fire Emblem. Interesting. I'm not a big Dynasty Warriors person. I played Hyrule Warriors, wasn't really that into it. Enjoyed it, may play it. Why not? Next game they showed off here. This is where I got me. The first time they made me jump out of my seat was when they announced Metroid Prime 4. Metroid Prime 4 was the greatest thing they showed off this E3. That saved the entirety of E3 for me. Metroid Prime 4. We didn't get to see any footage, and that kills me. I really wanted to see something they had cooking for this game. But Metroid Prime 4 is I was really excited because it was like they introduced it in a really interesting way, where they had like this nebula in space, and it would slowly kind of come. It would like it would zoom out and slowly, and then it would show off like the screw attack symbol. I was like, I knew exactly what that was. I was like, and then a big 4. I was like, yes, you already know what this is. This is Metroid Prime 4 coming out. I don't know, 2018, 2019, probably late 2018, but it is in development. We have confirmation. That's huge. I mean, we haven't had a Metroid Prime game in about 10 years. And so we finally have a chance to play another Metroid Prime game. And that's better than amazing. That's, I was out of my seat. I was hyped. I'm still kind of hyped now just talking about it. But you know that game is going to be good. Metroid Prime. I grew up with that. Ooh, man. Wow. Old GameCube title coming out. Oh my goodness, I was just really excited about that. But moving on, we are going to talk about the crown jewel, or the best game that's coming out this year, that had an amazing theme song. It was the last game they showed off. We had a pretty short conference, but we'll get into that later. It was just... Super Mario Odyssey is so surreal. Super Mario Odyssey is weird, and it's a good kind of weird. The game continues to blow me away with just how much creativity is in it. I just never really would expect a Mario game to have some of the aspects they put in this game. It's almost, and what's funny though is that when the trailer started off, if you were watching it live, or if you watched the trailer, when the trailer went off, I thought it was Monster Hunter because of the way that it was like a T-Rex or something on the screen. So I thought maybe it was Monster Hunter. I didn't know it was going to be the last game they were showing off, but just in general, I thought, oh, Monster Hunter? Okay, that's cool. And then it had like a Mario hat, and it had the little thing with eyes. Like, oh, that's Mario Odyssey. I was like, so apparently this game has this new ability where you can, with your hat, you can like throw it onto different living creatures, and then you can like assimilate them, possess them, or whatever. And honestly, that's a pretty interesting power, and it is used extensively in this trailer, and it's used extensively in the treehouse footage. We'll get to the treehouse as well later. So it was great. I'm really excited about that. I mean, the interesting aspect is the story is still kind of interesting. I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I mean, Bowser's kidnapping Peach, wants to marry her or whatever, but I feel like there's more to it because he's just jumping around these different worlds, causing havoc on these natives. And that's the really cool thing about these different worlds have native creatures, almost like Galaxy, but not in the same way. And so when you go there, they have specific problems related to that species or that native of that land that you're going to, and you deal with them, and you have to, solve their respective issues. Like, I think they showed off a sand kingdom where everything's like super cold because of Bowser. They don't show off the meaning of why it's cold yet, but I guess you'll figure that out later the more you play. And that was absolutely amazing. The hub worlds, it's like this, not exactly, I wouldn't say it's an open world, but definitely a very large expanded world in this new Donk City, as they call it. This game looks amazing, and it comes out October 27th. October 27th is a really close release. That's probably the one game they showed off that was really right on the money, like less than 6 months away, a little bit over 6 months now that I think about it. Or not 4 months away, I'm sorry. About 4 months away, I'm sorry. I don't know why, my brain is not connecting here. I'm too hyped. Anyways, that game looks great. Definitely buying a Switch for that. Less than 4 months away? Yes, please. That game is awesome. Now, another game that they announced was a pretty big announcement, but something that really doesn't affect me too much, as in I'm not really a big fan of it, is they announced a new Pokemon RPG game is coming to the Switch. Main series Pokemon game, and that is huge. They kind of did it on a little bit light, because the guy was like, oh, just a little Pokemon, we're going to have a new Pokemon RPG game coming out for the Switch. And then just scoot on. The game's not coming out for over a year, as they said, but it's still funny how they just kind of lightly announce something of that caliber, which is Pokemon is arguably Nintendo's second greatest franchise after Mario, and you just kind of casually announce it, and you keep going on, keep on going on. You don't think about what kind of hype you could do with just saying Pokemon, the next game, or something like that, coming to Switch, and have like that same Metroid Prime 4 aspect of hype where you just have to show a symbol and saying it's coming to the Switch. That would be enough to get people hyped up, because Pokemon, like I said, playing a Pokemon on a console, let alone playing it on one of Nintendo's most popular consoles selling right now, the Switch, is a great idea, and I feel like they should have capitalized on that a long time ago, having a console Pokemon series game. But yeah, this game, Pokemon, not a big fan of Pokemon, but if you're into Pokemon, it's going to be one hell of a year for you in the next couple of months. And they just showed off so many different things, man. It's crazy how much Nintendo hyped people with a few games this year, and in such a short period of time. This thing was about 25 minutes or less, and it didn't feel like it at first. It was a little short. It was short but sweet. It was short but amazingly sweet. I felt pretty hyped up after watching it. I wouldn't say I was 100% satisfied, which is the reason why it's not getting like an A or A+, but I definitely want to give it like a B or a B+. It was a good conference, all in all. I feel confident in saying that it was the best conference this year. They really did show off a lot of games that I think a lot of people are interested in. Got the hype factor real high, set the bar real high. And the thing is, I don't want to give off the effect that just because Sony and Microsoft were like to bad, that this conference, it just seems like so much better in comparison because of how hyped you were. I feel like Nintendo just delivered this year, and I feel like they did a great job, and they deserve props for that. So yeah, pretty hyped up. I'm going to be enjoying the rest of the Treehouse coverage, where they showed off some different forms of these games. I'm going to be enjoying that and some of the other tournaments that got going on. I'm not sure if I'm going to watch all of those exactly, but I'll definitely try to keep my eye open to see if there's any more new news coming out of it. And so yeah, this is John Blade 101, everybody, and I bid y'all good day. Have a good one.
Super high, high up in the sky. There's no